Hello there, and welcome to Corey Loses, where today we're going to be starting a brand new series in Stellaris with the Megacorps expansion. So I'd been planning on doing another modded playthrough after we finished with the Imperial playthrough, but it'll take a little while for mods to catch up with the new features, and I did want to use the new features rather than going back to an older build. So we are going to use the Great Geckocorp. I'm going to force the Great Gecko Consortium to spawn, but I guess I should change their icon a little bit if that is going to be the case. So we'll do that there, and we will be doing more modded playthroughs with Star Wars mods, with maybe some Halo or like whatever universes are out there. But for now, we're just going to play through a relatively small game of vanilla. So we'll use Great Geckocorp, like I said. And it's only going to be relatively small, so we'll go with a, let's see, what are our options? Tiny 200 stars. Let's go with small, and we'll drop the AI empires down a little bit. One of the things that I've noticed when I've been playing some of the online multiplayer streams that we've done is that with Megacorps and with 2.2 in general, it can be a little bit hard to get to the point where you're actually able to progress anywhere. It's a bit limited for expansion, so we'll see how we do with that. Crisis strength. I'm gonna bump up the crisis strength a little bit. Well, no, we'll just do 1.0 or 1 times. Mid-game crisis start year. I'll bring that back quite a bit. In-game crisis. 2275. Broader Empires 1, that's good. Advanced AI starts, no. And Victory Year. Let's bring that down a little bit as well. Difficulty, I'll put that up to Captain. Scaling difficulty off. AI aggressiveness, normal. Empire placement can be random. Hyperlace density. I'm going to put this up a little bit because I've been getting cut off in a lot of, or not necessarily getting cut off, but there's been a few too many choke points. Or not enough. I don't know how you'd phrase that exactly, but I think you know what I mean. And what is texture addition cost? I'm gonna move that down. I think we're gonna go to 0.5 for that. I want to get stuff rolling pretty quickly in these games. That all seems like it's roughly what we want here. So with that said, let's get into it. In some previous playthroughs, I've done it where people were able to pick like scientists and ships and stuff to name, to get named after them. Not going to be able to do that here because I'm going to have to record the first 3 episodes before I leave. I'm going to be putting these up when I am away for the holidays. But when we get into our next modded playthrough, I'm going to organize that a bit more in advance, and we'll do the name selection and all that. But in the aeons since the first primitive gecko civilizations gecko communities took shape in the dry canyons and mesas of Gekken, our civilization has spread and prospered. In the early days, our people were governed by primitive feudal realms and inefficient nation-states. Gradually, as global trade increased, the myriad of corporations, consortiums, and guilds into which our merchants organized themselves grew increasingly wealthy and influential. After a period of conflict and rivalry, the most powerful of these entities banded together into a trade league with enough power over the economy to become the de facto world government. Now, after the discovery of the hyperlane network, the finest minds of the Great Geckocorp have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. Let's see, what is our first thing going to be? Physics research from researchers plus 20%. That's always a good thing to get. Monthly unity. I'm going to go for the monthly unity over the research. We'll go for the research from that one. We can't get it yet, but I think I'm going to get the corporate culture site as our next building because of Unity. And let's check out what we're looking like here. So I'm going to start by surveying over there. I'm going to turn down any anomalies at first. But I think we will get a second science ship. You no longer have the leader cap, like the maximum number of leaders you can have, but you do pay them an upkeep cost, a salary. So you have to be careful not to overexpand with that. Research speed, biology, research speed. Okay, let's get you.
Planetary exploitation forecast.
And what are we looking at with our? What do you get? Leader lifespan. Okay, that's updated. Probably okay. I would switch them, but weeks after the GGC Trumapron's latest fruitful exploratory survey, Geckoниan xenologists are practically falling over themselves to publish their takes on the findings on Algelaris 1. This fevered storm in the scientific community has had some negative yet temporary impact on pursuits in other fields. Okay, well that doesn't sound good. We can get our first tradition.
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
Hold on. I think Discovery is always pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll go with Discovery. Discovery and Expansion? One of the two is always worth getting. Our first stumbling steps into the void beyond Gekken were not motivated solely by curiosity or desire to conquer the unknown, or need to leave our mark on the galaxy. The biosphere of Gekken has undergone rapid changes in the past few centuries, and prominent scientists warn that Gekken may be faced with the beginnings of a mass extinction event, a cyclical purging of life that is inseparable from planetary existence in the cosmos. A research plan has been put together to study a number of planets rendered uninhabitable by major astronomical incidents or planet-bound catastrophes. We hope that by reconstructing these events, a similar fate may be avoided for Gekken and the Gecko race. It falls to you as the almighty leopard gecko of the great Geckocorp to ensure this expedition is carried out.
Log updated.
Alright, mass extinction through the ages. Let's track all those. So we want to go up this way if we want to get that, which I think we do. I mean, we don't want to become extinct, but let's do that, and then these are all just energy.
Anomaly found. Hey, can we monetize this?
Let's leave that for now. I just want to expand, or at least know which way we want to expand as quickly as possible. And then we'll come back through and do some.
Hostiles.
Research those guys. So we might have found our first neighbors there. Another tradition.
Boom! I found something.
I will let you do that one. That's a bit faster. Survey speed increased by 50% or 35, and science ship disengagement chance increased by 50. We'll go and do the Larbo after that. Abandoned cargo pod. A discarded cargo pod was left by someone in the upper atmosphere of New Prince 7 long ago. It has somehow escaped the notice of other spacefarers, and its decaying orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another few years. When the crew of the GGC Trumokrin unsealed the pod, they found a stash of alien jewelry made out of precious metals.
Prospect analyzed.
Nice. That one was actually fairly full. Unemployment. So we do need the Coldbright Culture Site. We have 6 free houses. We have 35 total. This gives 2 manager jobs.
We built something.
What do we actually want? I'm gonna get another energy district. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Larbo 4. The massive engine sections and banking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they began. Let's build one of those, and we'll always have some jobs ready. This, I'm going to get the mining stations, and we're going to expand up to Larbo, because that is quite good. Are we still researching? Yeah, that's 9 more months. Oh, is this the Raiders? Or are these the Raiders? Let's leave that. That's challenging. I don't like things that are difficult. Research alternatives? No, not yet. Research station output. Let's go for science division then. Leave that for now as well.
This tech had better generate some revenue.
Research. Let's go for the extra hull points.
Research complete. We did it.
And research station output as well. The reports of extraordinary free-floating crystal-like objects observed in certain systems have been investigated. The ship-sized objects and their slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate they might be alive. A fascinating prospect to be sure, but they should be approached with caution. Our best and brightest are standing by to study these entities. So, study.
Log updated.
Let's do that one. What does that take?
Construction complete.
Okay, we can just research like that. Cool. Don't even need to send anyone anywhere. Oh, the mining station. Oh. Capital World Survey event chain. We know that without a doubt, this thriving biosphere is not something unique to Geckin. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds.
Log updated.
So that is for the Habitable World Survey, which means we just got to survey 8 habitable worlds. There's one there. That's going to be a bit harder on a smaller map like this, where we're going to be coming up against people quite quickly. But anyways, during its survey of Ensmars 6A, the GGC Trum Vakna discovered deposits of rare crystals. These crystals have properties that make them extremely effective at focusing laser beams, and they're also a critical component in most advanced electronics. In addition, many cultures treasure them as decorations and adornments. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. I love future exploitation. Even better than past exploitation. Yeah, I think we're doing a little bit better for choke points here than we typically would be with the default setting. You'd have like what, 2 ways out of a cluster like this. If anyone watched the stream that I did with Intrepid Dawn and Gulf Survives, the big community stream we had, I got put with the Raiders like 2 jumps away and had 1 exit, and they could only access my territory. So if the Great Khan was going to be born there, that would have been not good. Let's build these mining stations, and then that starbase. What do we got here? Leader experience gain. Let's do that while we're still doing a lot of surveying. And this one is now done. So I'll send you down there. Then I'll send you down there. And there. So that's a dead end. We're actually right out of the rim right now. Let's get a leader here.
Imagine the profit margins on this.
I'll go for the lower upkeep, actually. That's not bad right now. Naval capacity from soldier jobs +2. Food from farmers. Off-road train company. Let's go for that. Probably a good sign that we haven't found anyone just yet. We're going to want to set up our trade posts in
Boom. We built
good
something.
way. As opposed to a bad way. But it's going to be important for us as a corporation for that.
Resource scan complete.
We have another one. Let's go with the luxury residences.
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Jumas system. The strong residual subspace signature that surrounds the station indicates that it may be a gateway of sorts, part of a theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed for a near instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Assuming this is a gateway, its current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. If it could be restored into working order, its owner would potentially be able to access any other functional gateways in the galaxy, enabling travel across huge distances in a matter of days. Research out there. Let's go for the research station output. I don't think we really have any yet, but oh well. There's 2 worlds there, so there's 3. Did that one actually count towards it? I don't think so. Yeah, actually we've done 2 out of 8, so it's just those 2. This one
Anomaly
didn't
found.
count.
Hey,
I'll
can
leave
we
that for
monetize
now.
this?
Let's go to our fleet manager. Let's get up to 6. I don't want to fall too far behind.
Boom! I found something.
Definitely not going to do that. That is way too hard for right now.
Boom! We
Ooh.
built something.
None of these are particularly high-value planets. It's all just small amounts of energy.
Construction complete.
Actually, no. Build the research stations first. Then build that. Alloys are good. Food's good. Influence is good. All good. Let's...
Boom! I found something.
That's a good one. A quick one, rather. It's a bit too much for us to deal with right now. This is obviously what we need. Ascension perk. I kind of want to go with technological ascendancy first.
Forecast complete.
Airbase influence cost minus 20. Monthly unity and governing attraction. So it's either this or this, I think. Mastery of nature. No. Iteration, no. Universal transaction. Branch office cost minus 15%. No longer cost. Let's go with universal transactions. We don't need it quite yet because we don't know where anyone is yet.
Bleeding edge technology discovered.
Mining station output plus 10%. That looked like the best at a glance.
Resource scan complete.
Ooh, that's slightly better than what we've been finding. And trade value here. Yeah, we haven't actually found too much trade value either. We'll do that, then we'll come back for that one, then we'll send it back there. There's some there.
Anomaly detected.
Easy, 67 seconds, that's good. Or 67 days. Same thing, really. I've never actually bothered to check if it is exactly 1 second per tick. Upon closer examination, we've discovered that a smaller asteroid consisting almost entirely of precious metals recently collided with ZL-134T1. The small but dense cache of metals was hidden just beneath the asteroid's surface. Now that it has been discovered, it should be accessible to mining. Add +3 to that one. Great. This is going to be another one we want for sure. So that's going to go and do that. Then I'll build those up. Oops. Oh well. I held caps lock instead of shift.
Scan complete.
What an idiot I am. Alright, survey that one. Then I'll send this one up this way. Survey that one. Have I stopped tracking those guys? Let's see. Track all on that. There we go. The GGC Trum Vicana reports a significant crystalline presence in the Bria system. Evidently some kind of den, or at least a hub of crystalline activity, such as it is. Brace is the home to a crystal construct unlike any previously encountered. This construct exhibits several properties associated with the crystalline entities, but greatly exaggerated. Well, we're
evading hostiles. Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
Alright, we'll survey up here, and up there, and up there. When you're done with that, build that one.
This tech had better generate some revenue.
Ooh, that's good trade value. Survey that one. Mass extinction, noxious planet. Allegedly, this planet's flora and fauna choked on their own poisonous emissions, likely helped along by the release of reactive gases from beneath the planet's crust. A special project has been issued to investigate the matter.
Log updated.
Pop growth speed plus 10.
Our science
I'll get this
ship is
one.
under attack.
Oh no. Is this the raider? Well, that sucks. I'm not going to be doing too much expanding. Only development. There'll be something with cost, that's good. Database upkeep, that's actually good as well. I think I'm gonna go down prosperity. No, I'll do expansion now, because we'll be able to go down prosperity after that. Faction founded the Xeno Friendship Movement. The members have been pushed hard for friendly relations with alien species. A disgruntled faction will be a source of trouble, but one that approves of the government's actions could prove useful.
Wow,
so
we really hit this tech out of the ballpark.
Research that one. But we are going to need our other science ship back.
Boom. We built something.
I'm gonna get another construction ship as well. I'll get those the science stuff at our world. Speed, leader lifespan. Let's go with the leader lifespan for this one. We have a very short-lived species. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere as Asmore 3 have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Asmore 3 could have supported life on that scale at any point in the planet's history. Science officer Torva Zurich has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery.
Log updated.
Let's see. The Committee of Technologists. Their members have been pushing hard for the advancement of the sciences of the scientists.
Boom. We built something.
Alright, I'm gonna send you down there. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna send you up there. I broke it again. This one I want to send this way. And this construction ship, once we're done with all of this, I'm going to send them back. Or actually, no, I'm not. This one's build that. And then we'll probably have to go up to here. Once this one's done, I'll send it to Asmore. So we'll want a starbase there. And that'll get 8 trade out of that, actually. So that's not bad. We'll just make our way straight down there.
Forecast complete.
Minerals from miners, army damage, minerals from jobs there, +5. I don't really use armies that much. I just orbitally bombard. It's good for defense, but eh. Food from farmers.
I found something.
Definitely research that one. 10. Oh, we're out of jobs.
Construction complete.
I'm gonna get another farming district. The GGC Trumvakana has received has recovered an elongated metal box from the surface of Mayor 6A. Clusters of small perforations on 5 sides lead Science Officer Torba Jurg to believe it's not a container, but some sort of aerosol dispersal device. Initial testing to confirm their suspicions as trace aromatics still emanate from the object. A special project has been issued to confirm whether this might be the information-carrying device constructed by some alien race, communicating primarily through the secretion and reception of atmosphere-borne chemical compounds. Smells. Malodorous.
Log updated.
So there's a few more of those we need to do. But right now it's more about expansion like that. No, we can actually afford that. We can get a signed ship that just does those research projects while we explore the rest of the galaxy. This construction ship needs to go to that one.
Construction complete.
Another one of these. Starbase influence cost.
Complete.
Makes our life much easier. You know what? I'm gonna just cancel that and then build that.
Boom.
I'm not sure if it actually discounts the cost after you spent it or refunds it, but just to be sure.
Construction complete.
Now build those mining stations. This is definitely going to be where we put our first trade ports, though. A large portion of asteroid 13S009 has been hollowed out to allow for the construction of some kind of shipyard. It's been abandoned and exposed to the vacuum of space for centuries. If anything useful remained, it has already been looted by previous explorers. The design of the shipyard itself is unique, however, and much could potentially be learned by its study. We should study its construction. That is a good point. Which one is
Technology acquired.
The GGC Trumvakna has discovered a previously unknown strategic resource on LR9Q38, dubbed volatile motes. These preternatural particles contain a tremendous amount of energy which could be exploited in energy production, as fuel or even as explosives. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. We will consider that. Thank you for your interest. Yeah, I'm gonna try to rush straight down to Ox Cleary. Mining station output. This one. We want another one of you guys.
Construction complete.
Go with the cheapest one. Can you research that? You can. And then I'll get you to research the anomaly. And then I'll get you to research that.
Construction complete.
Yeah, okay. So I'll actually get you to research that, then that, then that, so you can level up.
Another bleeding edge technology discovered.
Okay. Upgrowth speed, leader pool, leader cost. Let's get food processing facilities. Gekken seems fine. How are our pops doing here? I wish you could move stuff between different jobs. That's one of the things that I don't like as much about Megacorps. In general, I really like Megacorps and all the 2.2 updates, but that's one thing that needs some editing, I think. As suspected, the asteroid 49F572 holds within it a great mass of metal and does indeed hide some manner of machinery. The gathered data clearly shows that its constituent parts contain great quantities of stored energy, but its purpose remains unknown. Caution proved well in order. Hidden inside 49F572 was a host of old mining droids programmed to attack on sight. Science Officer Torba Jurg forcibly detected this early and was able to jam the drone's sensors long enough to disable them. The drone's cores are old indeed, but retain vast amounts of energy for siphoning. Excellent.
Resource scan complete.
Cost 400. Let's do that. Make everyone happy. There's another habitable world to be surveyed. Are you now able to do that? You are. This one. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff.
Prospect analyzed.
Routine one.
Research complete.
May as well. All right. What are we looking at here?
We built something.
The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit over Chalks 3. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit, complete with a helmet. It may have been a fighter pilot that ejected into some ancient battle, only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the corpse has provided some interesting data. 150 societies. Okay, so that's gonna have to sit there for a bit. Survey, 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 survey. So I figure this is probably going to be another world of raiders, unless it's just these ones. So I figure these have got to be the raiders.
Research complete. We did it. Resource scan complete. Boom! I found something. Research complete.
The cracks in the planet's crust, first presumed to be the result of a significant tectonic activity, are actually the lasting marks of impossibly large roots burrowing through the Earth. At some point in the distant past, a freak mutation, possibly deliberately induced by sapient beings, though it's unlikely they could have predicted the result, caused the native plant life to grow out of control. Many of these plants reproduce through pollination, with countless gametes carried by currents through the lower atmosphere. While this process would originally only cause for mild irritation, the exponential increase in atmosphere-borne particles effectively choked the life out of all animals on the planet in a matter of months. So everyone had pollen allergies to death? I think that's basically what that means. So that sounds like a horrible way to squeeze your way to death. Diplox farm. We're probably going to be okay for farms. I'm going to increase our pop's growth speed as well. Prepare automated ship.
Log updated.
We will do that. The colony starbase upkeep reduced. That's what we're going to get.
Technology discovered. Rad.
Okay, we're going to go to Farragon. Oh, whispers and rumors concerning possible ties to organized crime has surrounded Governor Astamak for some time now. The governor has dismissed these claims as malicious, libel, and vetted by political rivals or fake news, but recent evidence suggests there may be more to it than that.
Construction complete.
Alright, we're also gonna
Research complete.
get a starbase there, because the trade ports give you +1 range to trade collection as well, so it'll collect stuff from that one. The crystalline entities seem to resonate in response to something, one of their few interactions with their environment. The exact nature and possible wider purpose of this emitted waveform is yet to be ascertained, but for now our ships can approximate it by using radio pings, essentially camouflaging themselves as fellow crystals. So that's helpful. The planet of interest in the system is covered in a layer upon layer of dense ice of varying composition. Apparently is once home to more varied and pleasant biomes. A special project has been issued to investigate the possibility.
Log updated.
Crystal infused plating.
Construction complete.
I'll reinforce those guys.
Boom.
Boom.
We built something.
Can research that.
Boom. We built something.
A massive crater on Surface 1A appears to be the result of a collision with a starship. From the size of the crater, we suspect that a ship exiting a hyperlane at maximum velocity rammed the moon for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. The GGC Trum Recan has picked up residual subspace echoes near the crash site, reminiscent of a collapsed hyperparticulate field. But as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified.
Planetary exploitation.
So this one we do want to turn into a starbase as soon as we have enough of that. You've encountered some form of alien vessel in the Savutyov system. Sezyutov. These strange objects can flag as gamma aliens, so we've met someone. Sezyutov 1A or 1C is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some minerals not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. It was so artistically done. The monolith's flowing lines definitely chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. Surely. Don't call me Shirley. Let's actually go to the market, and we're gonna buy a little bit more of this. Let's go 5. Receiving a transmission from the Independent Space Station of the Artisan Troop. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Oh boy. We still haven't met a real faction yet, and there's, what, 6 of them? Plus Fallen Empire and us? There's another Artisan Troop up there.
I found something.
Okay, we'll research that. But I think we're actually going to pause it there for today. So that's going to do it for our first episode. The next episode should be going out on Thursday. Then we'll have the episode after that out next Monday. Hopefully I'll be able to have time to record another one for next Thursday. If not, I might pack a few more episodes of every series in the first weekend I'm back. The schedule's going to be a little bit weird again for the next week or so, but hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode and are looking forward to the rest of the series. I will see you next time. Bye.